Lord, you guys
Morning.
stop. Hi, everybody. Hello.
Morning.
It's
Good morning.
no
Good morning.
shower Friday. It's no shower Friday here
Man, you dress
in
up for No
Texas.
Shower Friday. You're
Well,
very fancy.
I have to go to a doctor, and I figured I would at least, be business from the waist up. You know what I mean? Today.
Are you
I,
talking about not having business, business on the
Arrrr.
way down?
Arrrr. That's the greatest, isn't it? Hmm.
Well, and I'll tell you, the only reason I'm wearing these sweatpants is because my Cozy Earth PJs are in the wash, and those are
They're
my
the greatest.
favorite lounge
Oh my
pants
God.
because
I live in those. I live in them at night. Like seriously, after I get off with you guys, and then if I'll go take my daughter to school, I come home, I usually change right into those. Like I'll
mm,
change into those and then I'm a complete bum the rest of the day, but I still feel like I'm an adult when I'm wearing those and not like some person in college who's just wearing like holy sweatpants. You know what I mean? Because you feel like you're an established adult when you're wearing Cozy Earth. That's what, at least that's
well,
me. I
because
don't.
I mean, that is some luxury lounge wear,
Yes.
right? Like it is
Mm-hmm.
so luxurious. And because it's
Mm-hmm.
made of the viscose from bamboo.
She just likes saying viscose. She likes saying that. It's her favorite thing to say.
Well, because
It's
it
pretty,
is true. It is
it's
a
true.
very fancy thing to
It's
be
true.
made of.
This one's not working. I'm gonna take it out. It's not even working.
I
Yeah.
didn't see
Anyway,
what you held up.
it's my AirPod.
Oh,
It's not this one's the only one that's working, so I'm gonna take it out. So yes, but it's listen, I did a post on Instagram of me and my Cozy Earth jammies. And I was trying to be all serious. I took like 1,000 different poses. I was trying to be all like, look at me. I was trying to be like Mock was, because I did one like about a month ago of Mock. Mock was looking all like sexy and like, and then I try to do it,
that is fake news.
and then I had like
Fake.
dogs. I had giant giraffe dogs coming up on me and everything. But anyways, there's one on our Instagram with me sitting on my bed, looking like a complete dork in my Cozy Earth jammies. So if you're interested, you can go to our Instagram page at Chicks on Right and see me in my Cozy Earth jammies, just sitting on my bed in my new house. If you're interested, there it
You
is,
should be
Cozy Earth jammies.
interested.
They're fantastic. Yeah, it's super sexy.
Well, and it's super
Yeah,
viscosy because that's what it's made of
right.
from the bamboo. And that means that somehow, even though like the material feels not heavy and bulky, I don't know how, but like it messes with it interacts with
Stop.
your core temperature and it keeps you warm or cool depending on like
Stop.
what you need to be. And so it's amazing. And plus, it's 35% off any of their loungewear when you use code CHICKS. You just go to cozyearth.com, use promo code CHICKS, you get 35% off of your lounge wear. So highly recommend that. Did somebody just send us a super sticker? I think they did. Shelly, it's Shelly.
Shelly.
Shelly. She says happy Friday.
Shelly.
Thank you, Shelly. Okay, so first things first, we had a serious discussion in our personal texting yesterday. And thank you, Andrea. And so sometimes every now and then, Daisy has something to get off her chest. And this was one of those times. And
Yeah.
it was a serious issue and it needs to be
It was.
addressed.
I forgot what it was until you just said that. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. So listen, I wrote her yesterday. I was having a problem, you guys, and I need to know what your input is on this, and I need to get it off our chest before we talk about the political stuff because this is bothering me. But I was snacking yesterday, and I had to ask Ma because I needed to know why the hell are walnuts in a nut mix? Why are they? Why do they put them in there? Because I don't know a single person that's like, hun, will you pick up some walnuts just as a singular nut and bring them to me so I can snack on just walnuts? No, does anybody out there like walnuts? Because I feel like there should be some sort of legislation passed that walnuts shouldn't be allowed in a nut mix because I always
Mm-hmm.
pick them out. And so I just need to know out there in our community, is there anybody that just likes them? Because they're so offensive to me. I don't, and I always pick
Well,
them out
that's what I told you. I was like, they are an insult to the nut world.
right. I don't, I don't like them. And so I don't know anybody that does, and I'm just tired of seeing them in my nut
people
mixes.
are saying, people like them. They're like, they're heart healthy. I love walnuts. There's all kinds of people that are saying they
there's
love
a
them.
lot. There's a lot of stuff that's heart healthy. Running is heart healthy. I don't do that either. But the thing,
No,
but
Maureen, she snacks on them. Like she legit snacks on them all the time as a singular snack.
Really?
There are people out there that are pro walnut. It's amazing.
Well, maybe I stand corrected. I didn't know you guys were out there. It's like a whole other community I was unaware of. It's like a walnut community. Know that you people even were there. Okay.
It's like an underground group of walnut lovers. We didn't even know you guys were out there.
It's like all the walnut lovers are like, unite. They're like, I had no idea.
Thank you so much, Brian. And thank you, Elizabeth. Listen, I think it's fine for you to stick to your guns on this. I think people can't see your foot right now, but it's up. You're putting it down.
I'm putting it down. No walnuts. No walnuts. Down with walnuts.
Down with walnuts, indeed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm glad we got that out of the way.
I just need to get that off my chest.
I'm very worried about Clarence Thomas, and I'm very troubled that there's been no update about Clarence Thomas because he went to the hospital with flu-like symptoms like a week ago, and everybody was expecting he'd be out in 1 to 2 days. Well, he didn't get out in 1 to 2 days, and now they are declining to answer questions about his condition. And I am nervous. I'm very nervous about that. And so I just wanted to put that into the universe in the hopes that maybe somebody will find out something and tell the world how he's doing and that he's all right.
We're hearing more about his wife in January 6th than we are about him. And it's like, I absolutely hear you. It should be concerning because he isn't out, and it's Clarence. It's him, you guys. Like, he needs to stay healthy and stay strong.
Yeah. I'm very, 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 very nervous about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get to the video clips, we should mention the fact that Trump is suing literally everybody right now.
Stop.
And it's kind of awesome. He's suing Hillary. He is suing her attorney. He is suing Jake Sullivan. He is suing James Comey. He is suing Steele. He's suing the DNC. Literally anyone who had their hands in the pot of stirring up the dossier crazy and the whole Russian collusion narrative. He is suing them.
That's
Everybody
fantastic.
is on that list.
I'm so excited. And you get sued, and you get sued, and I think it's awesome. Good for him. Good for him. Because listen, like my husband was saying last night, nothing's going to happen to these people, like from a criminal perspective. I'm like, yeah, but he can at least get money from them. And I mean, these people are all about money. James Comey, like, didn't he like write a book or something? I mean, the guy, he's going on all the talk shows. He's gotten all this money and fame, and the liberal left has propped him up as some sort of darling. And he's like sitting on his moss meditating and crap. And everybody thinks he's like this great guy. I mean, take their money, hit them where they live, which is their freaking pocketbook. Get them.
Well, one of his attorneys, and I'm sure he still has several, but one of the attorneys was on one of the talk shows yesterday saying what a delight it is to be an attorney on this particular suit because the case has already been proven. Like they already have all the evidence that this was a complete made up false narrative. And so it's going to be there's nothing left to prove. They all did it. Now they just need to pay. You know what I mean?
Right. And so I can't. Me too. I can't wait. Get them in a courtroom. This is fantastic. Make them pay. Go.
I love that.
Me too.
Also, just speaking about Russia has now banned Google News, which I don't know. I mean, I don't know how Google News works. If it's an aggregate, if it's like a Yahoo News, which actually has its own news. I've never looked at Google News, but Google News is now banned in Russia. Russia does not want its own people to know what the hell is going on. And so this war, man, it's insane. It's insane. And now North Korea is getting all agitated and Kim Jong-un is like, look at my big old missiles. I mean, everybody is losing their minds. It's freaking crazy.
Look at my big old missiles. Give me some cheese. Oh. We're like, But okay, so they banned Google News, and like they just like singled that one out. It's so bizarre to me. So it's like they have other news outlets, but then they're like, Google News is the worst. That just seems so random to me. That's just bizarre.
I thought so too.
But okay.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm sure that they're just trying to limit their own citizens' news sources.
Right,
they just want it to be all Russian state news, and that's that. So
okay.
I mean, it's just, okay. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, before we get to some of these video clips, because we got some deterrents to talk about, let's talk about our friends at Genucel really quickly, because Genucel, you guys, right now they've got their ultra retinol cream for 50% off. This is that just smooth as silk, soft cream that is their ultra retinol. It's anti-wrinkle, anti-aging cream. It is the height of luxury. I love this stuff. Like this is my new obsession from Genucel. It used to be like the microdermabrasion, the crystals, which I still love. Yeah. But this is the new one. And then it's 50% off right now is very, very
And
good.
It's not a lotion. What do you call it? It's not a lotion. It's a
I used to call it a Lirum because I kind of felt like it's kind of a lotion, kind of a serum, but they have confirmed it is actually a cream. It is a cream.
It is a cream. So it is.
It's creamy.
Yeah, it is. It's very luxurious. And the thing is, because a lot of retinol stuff is like kind of harsh for your skin, and this stuff is not. And so it is very luxurious. It's kind of awesome. And I'm super sensitive to that stuff because my skin is sensitive to everything, and it really reacts well to this. So it's completely everything that they put out, everything that Genucel puts out is amazing, and my skin just loves it and just drinks it up. So this stuff is no exception. You guys need to try it. If you're in the market for retinol, if you're in the market for anything, moisturizer, whatever, try Genucel. Genucel's the best. It's just the best.
Every time they launch a new product, I'm always like, oh.
Yeah,
and I want to try everything. And it's 50% off. So if you go to genucel.com/chicks, it's 50% off of the ultra retinol cream. You also, just for trying the ultra retinol cream, they're going to throw in their immediate effects for under eye for free. You'll get that for free with your order. You will pay nothing in shipping. You will pay nothing for returns, and everything is guaranteed. So if you don't like it, if you feel like this is a total lame product for me, it's not working, send it back. That's how much they believe in what their products do. They will give you a full refund if you don't believe that you're getting results. So there's nothing to lose. Genucel.com/chicks. Also, good time to remind everybody that you can always put us right here in your tool belt. If you can't watch us in the morning and you would like to take us on the go, you can always check us out on your favorite podcasting platform at a later time. Also wanted to say hello to any of our new local supporters who may be watching. We got a flood of new subscribers and supporters in the last few weeks as we've been talking about the meet and greet. And maybe that's why. I don't know if that's why, but for whatever reason, a few hundred new people have decided to become supporters on Locals.
That's awesome.
So awesome.
That is really awesome.
You can find us there, chicksontheright.locals.com. Remember, that is the free speech platform. You can post memes that are not going to get fact checked there like they do on Facebook. It's awesome. So highly recommend that you check that out. Okay. Let's start with, okay. So I'm going to share my screen because the story of the day, at least yesterday, appears to be that there's been a very huge lack of communication, surprise, within this White House administration. They cannot get their stories straight, in other words. And so you remember, it wasn't that long ago that we were all talking about Biden's sanctions, the tranche, right? The first tranche, the second tranche, all the tranches. And what was the purpose of the tranche of sanctions? Deterrence. We heard this over and over and over again. But man, Biden got himself in a huff yesterday when he was asked about it. Somebody on Twitter has put together his remarks from yesterday about deterrence and put it side by side with Kamala's remarks just, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months ago. Look at this. And I should play it.
Let's get something straight. You remember, if you covered me from the very beginning, I did not say that, in fact, the sanctions would deter him. Sanctions never deter. You keep talking about that.
Oh my God.
Sanctions never deter.
But if you believe Putin has made up his mind, what leverage do you really have? Why not put those sanctions in place now?
The purpose
The
of
hands.
the sanctions has always been and continues to be deterrence.
Let's get something straight. You remember, if you covered me from the
Okay.
very beginning, I
All
did
right,
not
good
say
Well,
job.
that.
I'm glad they're talking to one another and they actually like one another and they work together. I'm glad this administration has their shit together. Oh my God.
Oh my
Y'all feel
God.
secure? Everybody feel secure out there? Good Lord.
Well, and it's not even just that, right? So that is the more, I guess, famous, for lack of a better word, clip of Kamala talking about deterrence and being very specific about it.
Right.
But there's a lot more evidence of it from all kinds of members of his administration. Look at this thing.
When we were first announcing sanctions, we were told it was about deterrence. I want to play a few clips here from various officials.
The president believes that sanctions are intended to deter.
The purpose of the sanctions has always been and continues to be deterrence.
The sanctions are designed in the first instance to try to deter Russia from taking further aggression.
And then President Biden admitted this.
No one expected the sanctions to prevent anything from happening.
And
that's
why
not-
he's gonna get
And
mad.
that's on Meet the Press. I mean, that is, wow. I can't believe that this is the thing. This is on a left-wing show. That's, wow, it's remarkable.
Well, and somebody, I can't remember where I saw this comment yesterday, but somebody said the reason that we're starting to see mainstream media or even like left-wing media, like the Meet the Press folks, the reason that we're starting to see them actually report correctly is
And
because
call
they
them
know,
out?
is because they know that Joe Biden is a lost cause. They know that there's no way that he can run again. I mean, there's just no way. And so they're now feeling like some safety about just criticizing him and letting that fly. But who they will have run, I mean, they can't put Kamala up.
No,
right?
they can't put Kamala. They're not going to put Kamala up. I mean, if they think it's going to be Hillary, they're also idiots. They were idiots to put Joe Biden up in the first place. I mean, it just, God, it makes my blood boil. It just makes my blood boil that these people covered for this guy. I mean, think of all the scandals that they covered for, that you just want to punch him in the face for. All the Hunter stuff, all the stuff that they just let slide and they didn't report at all. Now all of a sudden they're like, oh, I guess we can go ahead and report it now that the country is a complete disaster and we're careening off a cliff. I mean, it's just these people are disgusting. They make me sick. I just can't. I look at him now and he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to go ahead and report stuff because I'm going to go ahead and decide today that I want to be a journalist. Today I'll do that. I didn't do it a year and a half ago, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that today. Willy-nilly. Oh my God. Disgusting. They're disgusting.
Well, I mean, they're in a bit of a pickle, really, because so the best thing that could happen for the Democrats, I think, if I'm actually rooting for the Democrats, which obviously I'm not, but if I were, I would be, and I had any power over strategy, I would say, Joe, you need to announce that you will not run again. Kamala will automatically try to run, like she'll campaign, but it'll at least open up a way for like a Cory Booker or a Mayor Pete to also run without being offensive, right? Because if they try to run in a primary against Biden, they're admitting that what we've said forever, which is that Biden is utterly incompetent at this job. They'd be admitting that if they try to run against him. But if he bows out gracefully, then that opens up for a big primary and everybody can be like, yeah, Kamala sucks. We've all hated Kamala. You know what I mean?
I think everybody knows. I have liberal friends who they may not say it out loud, but we all know that this administration is a complete and total failure and disaster, and they screwed up. I mean, let's just face it. and you guys probably have friends too who were so loud and proud during the campaign cycle, and they were like, Biden Harris, woo! And they have like the stickers and they have like the things around their faces, and they're all like, oh my God. And like woman power when Kamala, and my daughter's she's so excited because there's gonna be a woman that's a vice president. It's so wonderful, blah. And everything about this administration they were so excited about, and now crickets. Everything's silent. Everything's completely silent. You don't see them talking about this administration. You don't see them doing anything. They don't even want to engage with you in any conversation. Unless it has to do with like transgender swimmers. But they don't want to talk about anything, because they're so completely embarrassed by what has happened. And they're sitting back. They're just sitting and watching. They're pissed off about gas prices too. They're pissed off about all this stuff. They are. They just don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit that it's their fault. It's their fault.
I think there's a lot of people like that, but there's way too many people who still actually genuinely think that Biden is exactly what we needed. He's the perfect president, as Pelosi would say. In fact, I have that clip of Pelosi from just yesterday saying once again how perfect he is. Look at this.
Joe Biden is a great president. He is a gift, as I've said to him. Don't say I told you this, but what I've said to him.
She is batshit.
I'm glad you didn't win before, because we really needed you to win now. For president.
Oh my God.
He's perfect. He's perfect for now. He would have been perfect then, but perfect. We need him now because he, as I said before, showed progress, gives hope, shows empathy for the needs that people have. But in everything that he does, he is so inclusive.
Oh my God.
Making sure that everything is
inclusive.
About justice, about whether we're talking about
super inclusive,
lowering the cost of health care, lowering the cost of child care, universal pre-care,
I cannot with this woman.
home health care, all the things that are transformative as we try to help people not only survive, but to succeed.
Okay. So
people buy that.
He was so inclusive that he's like, this is a virus of the unvaccinated, right? This is a disease of the unvaccinated. That's like super inclusive, you guys. I was like,
winner of death.
Yeah, it's like, screw you, Nancy. That woman, that clip is an example of why we need term limits. And it's an example of why, at a certain age, you should retire. You need to just retire. Because she is old and senile. She needs to go away. She needs to go. She should have gone away 10 years ago. She really should have.
But there are, I see it on social media all the time of people who you try to point out the obvious, which is that our economy is borked. Gas prices are crazy. Supply chain issues are horrible. There's probably going to be a food shortage before we know it because of wheat we're no longer going to get from Russia and Ukraine. Everything is a disaster, literally everything. But you point this out and the response is, well, but he doesn't have control over that. And he's such a, he's just so much better than that orange man. People genuinely still think this. I can't understand it, but it's true.
I hear you. There are the few, like I'll read, because I read the comments every once in a while because I guess I'm a masochist, but I do see people that will still blame a lot of the stuff on Trump. I saw somebody, like I saw something and Christy Noam was talking about farmers and ranchers and how it costs, God, I hope I get this statistic right. It's costing farmers and ranchers right now $5,000 to $10,000 more a week just to drive their tractors.
Wow.
Just to drive because of gas prices. Think about that. Think of how much more it costs them in agriculture. People who are, these are salt of the earth people, y'all. These are not rich people. These are people who are providing us food. Okay. These people go to the grocery store and they're like, I'm just going to buy this. And they don't think about where their food comes from. These people have to drive giant machines. I have a tractor. We have a tractor. They're not, it costs money to run those things. It's not like driving a little tiny Subaru, you have to pay to run them. And so it costs more to drive these things. And we don't have a lot of acreage here. But if we had thousands and thousands of acres and we had to actually harvest crops, it would be astronomical to run our tractor, let alone run a giant John Deere, if we had to do a combine or something. So, I mean, I'm looking at these people and I'm thinking, I can't imagine what it's costing them to run a business and then to feed lots of people. And then a lot of the comments that I was reading, of course, there's like your straggler that was blaming it on Trump. And I'm just like, you don't even know what you're talking about.
God.
But then some of these people were making comments which scared the crap out of me. And I know they're right. They were saying, yeah, that's why, Bill Gates has bought all this farmland. That's why China has built all this. They bought all this farmland. That's why China has bought all this farmland. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, there's like out here in Texas, there are people from other countries that have bought tons of farmland, tons of ranch land. And it makes you shake your head and scratch your head and go, why have they done that? Like, what's going on? And then what's going to happen? What is this going to look like? What's this landscape going to look like in 5 to 10 years? It makes me really nervous. Like, you're nervous about certain things like the grid and stuff. I'm nervous about our food supply and what it's going to look like and who's going to have control of it in the next 5 to 10 years. That freaks me out. That's what freaks me out.
It should. I mean, it should free it. Literally, that should absolutely free. Biden said it yesterday. He literally said, "Yeah, food shortages are going to be a real thing."
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he's
who's going to control that food? Because there are so many American farmers and ranchers are to the point now where it's like they're incapable of holding on to their farms and their ranches, y'all. And why is that? Because Democrats have put them in a position where they just can't sustain themselves anymore. And people just don't pay attention to that. A lot of people are just out there buying their food and not thinking about where the heck it comes from. So, God, elect conservatives, you guys. Yeah.
I do have one more really short clip that was caught of Biden saying that he envies people who get elected without opposition. So this kind of went viral yesterday because people were like, geez, I mean, you're saying the quiet part out. Anyway, look at this.
Well, I came to congratulate a man who just got reelected without opposition. I dream about that someday.
He just said it. I mean, he just said it right there.
Visiting angels. Yeah. I swear that guy. It never gets old,
It really, really. It's always a new surprise with him.
Always, every day, every single day. It's just a gift. We just get a gift, don't we? Swear.
It is time for My Pillow Talks, and I have some good ones. I have some really good ones today, you guys.
Cannot wait.
And don't forget, you can get towels from mypillow.com/chicks for just $39.99 for a set of 6 towels. It's my favorite thing. Their products are amazing. No matter what you get from My Pillow, you're going to love it. Huge discounts using code CHICKS on all of the things. There was one that I was going to play first because I felt like it was related to something that we talked about, but maybe it doesn't, and maybe I just don't have it. Okay, first of all, I love so many of these videos today. I'm just going to start playing them. Okay,
here we play a bunch. It's Friday. Play a bunch of them.
I know.
We need a lot of talks. Okay.
All right. This is because I do actually see a lot of recipes and stuff that I want to make on TikTok. In fact, I've made some really good things, learned about them from TikTok. But sometimes the ingredients that people have in their homes, I'm always amazed. Like, I do not stock heavy cream in my house at any given time. That's something I have to go buy special, right? Like, I don't just have heavy cream.
Heavy cream. Yeah.
I mean, that's just an example. But this is why I love this guy. You guys, look.
Ever run out of brown sugar like I did this weekend? Just add some molasses to some white sugar and you've got.
If I don't have brown sugar, what the hell makes you think I have molasses? Molasses?
You ever run out of brown?
I mean, that is so exactly right.
It is true. It's so true.
Like, just replace it. Just substitute molasses. Like, there's no way.
You're going to have it.
There's no way I'm going to have that.
Or just eat something else, Just
order pizza. You're just gonna have to order pizza, really.
That's exactly what I would do. I would just find a whole other thing to eat. Okay.
Remember the other day when I showed you that video of the trend where you're supposed to do something crazy and see if your husband matches your energy? There's another one.
Oh my God,
There's
I
a
can't
whole
wait.
other one,
I
and I just
cannot
cannot.
wait.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What? Oh my God, what is that? What is that? What is that? What? It's right there. It's right there.
I will never tire of these.
We have got to do that to our husband. We have got to do it. I want to see what Ron does. And Greg, Greg will just be like this. He will not match my energy. He will never match it, ever. I have a feeling that Ron will match yours, and Greg will be like,
he'll just look at me like I'm out of my mind.
Greg will totally look at me like I'm out of my mind, and he will be like, "You are out of your mind." That's what he will do. Oh my God.
Okay, and now for the legit happiest, friendliest, sweetest, brand new baby goat ever.
Oh my God, I love baby goats so much.
I was born today. I'm happy to be alive. And spring is here.
Oh my God. That is the sweetest.
Hey, whatever day that was taken. He was born that day.
That is absolutely adorable. I love baby goats.
Oh my God.
They're so
I love
cute.
that
And they're
so
so
much,
bouncy. They're so bouncy and they trot and bounce. I love them.
They're like Tigger.
Love them.
You know what I mean? They're just
they're just so
is what they love to
bouncy.
do.
They're so adorable. God.
Remember how I showed you? I think there's been a couple of them, but I think it was a black lab that was like all chompy, and it just made that slappy sound with this. Okay, there's another dog that is doing that.
Slappy,
so
a slappy dog.
Look at this.
No, you don't talk to me like that. Stop it. You don't talk to me like that, lady. You understand what I'm saying? Don't bitch at me. I bitch at you. No, you don't tell me. No, you know better. Don't you do it. I'm tired of you all the time bitching at me when I'm supposed to be bitching at you. You heard what I said. Stop doing what I told you to stop doing, and you won't get in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
This is the greatest.
That is so funny. Like, I wonder, because I'm sure that dog also barks and also, does like actual sounds out of his face. That is like so odd. So odd.
I know, I just love that.
Dogs.
Here is some corporate nonsense.
Yes. How do you exceed an expectation to exceed? We expect all of our employees to go above and beyond. So you have an expectation for everyone to exceed your expectations? Yes. So if I exceed your expectations, then I've only met your expectations for me to exceed your expectations. Yes. How do you exceed an expectation to exceed expectations without that exceeding of expectations simply meeting the expectation to exceed expectations? Synergy.
Synergy.
Oh God, I miss corporate America, don't you?
Oh my God, so much.
Yeah, you got to think outside the box and the paradigms and all that crap.
Right.
There's paradigms. It's
It's not
paradigm
boiling
shift.
the ocean, you guys. We're not trying to boil
right.
the ocean.
Just shift your paradigm and stuff. Shift it. That's right.
This next one, I died. So you know how women, when we apply the Genucel products,
Right.
we are told, and we have come to understand, that we are to do that using upward circular motions.
Right.
This is
I've not
known.
always done that. I mean, I sometimes I just slap that crap on there, which has probably been bad. But yes, you're supposed to do it in an upward motion, so things don't go
circular motion.
south.
Right. But so, and I have a teenager, and so like try to talk to a teenager about skincare and like how to like wash your face. Essentially, it's a chore. But boys and girls handle this very differently.
They
Girls
do.
tend to be a little daintier about applying lotions and creams and whatnot.
True.
And then
True.
this girl is imitating how guys apply their face creams and moisturizers.
So true. It's so true. So true.
Right? Is that so accurate?
It's exactly how they do it. Precisely how boys do it. Because we have one boy and we have two girls, and that's exactly how the boy will do it. Yes.
I mean, it's just so
Right.
accurate.
If he does it at
okay.
all. I mean, you got to like force them to do it. Right. It's like creams.
Two
Oh my
more
God.
animals, and then a joke. So first animal.
Okay.
Look at this. Looks like a fucking massacre. I'm so sick of you. Nike, look at me. What is your problem? We just got here. Look at this. Looks like a fucking massacre. I'm so sick of you. Nike, look at me. What the fuck is your problem? We just got here.
Look at his face. Look at his face. I love it. It's so great.
Oh my
It's
God.
big. Oh my God, I love him.
Okay, this is amazing. So this dog, you know how like cats can be dicks to dogs, right? We've seen so many videos of cats
They're the
just being
worst.
total dick. Awful. But this dog literally could win an Oscar. In fact, this dog tries to pretend that he was attacked by the cat, and it did not happen. Like, this is a complete performance. Watch this. I mean, he's totally making it up. Can you believe that? That dog was trying to get the cat in trouble.
I love him. I love it. I love it. The cat deserves it. I love it. The cat had it coming.
That was just backing up. Like, that cat did nothing wrong.
I
That
love it
cat did
so
not
much.
deserve that.
I love. I think he totally deserved it. I love it. I think that's
mean.
great.
That's so mean. Okay, so this last one is, it reminded me of my husband and also Rob, my former co-host, our former producer, because
Right.
they had to put up with my daily jokes. And so they have both been in this position. And that's why it reminded me of both of them. This is a joke.
Hey, if you get a bladder infection, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
I can't recall a time where I've been more disappointed in somebody's joke or humor. Terrible. It's honestly the worst joke I've ever heard.
It's honestly the worst joke I've ever heard.
Said that to me.
He's like,
They
honestly,
both
it's
said
the
that to
worst joke. It's the worst joke I've ever heard. It's the worst joke.
Well, and then my favorite part was when you couldn't read it because it was so small, but the captions read seal dying when she started to do the laugh, when she was like that laugh right there. It said seal dying. And that's what killed me the most. Is that she described that as a seal dying.
That's so great. That's so me. That's my laugh. It's
God.
the dying seal laugh. I do the dying seal laugh all the time, you guys. No seals were harmed in my laugh. No seals were harmed. I promise.
Oh my God.
You guys, I'm
Poor
so glad it's Friday.
long-suffering Rob and Ron.
I know, right? Right. You know what I'm so excited about? It's going to be in the 80s here in Texas, finally. Like,
Oh my
it's
gosh,
been so
summer.
it's been so windy and tornado-y, and now I'm ready for just some sunshine, and it's going to happen this weekend, and I'm so excited.
What are
So
you doing?
guys, I'm gonna do. What am I doing this weekend? Oh, we have some friends. Some of Greg's friends are coming in, and so they're my friends too. But it's basically a bunch of dudes are coming in, and so he was like, "Hey, we should make them like lunch," and I was like, "Oh God, that means I have to cook something." So I'm gonna go to HEB and buy something that's pre-made and then like give it to them and say, look, I made this. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna cook. Yeah.
Maybe you should make sure you've got molasses on hand.
I'm gonna make sure I have some brown sugar and or molasses
and heavy cream
in the house.
Don't forget the heavy cream.
Make sure always have heavy cream in the house for
Yeah.
sure. You guys bring it in. Everybody bring it in. So excited for the weekend. We hope everybody has really awesome plans and you have an awesome and fun and safe weekend. And we will talk to you on Monday.